you. And now, time for your starting lineups. First, the visiting Zionsville Eagles. Number 2, Davis Wagner. Number 3, Emerson Holofield. Number 4, Jacob Luce. Number 5, Don Washington. Number 6, Hunter Mulis. Number 7, Isaac Green. Number 8, William Bowen. Number 9, Martin G. Number 10, Maxwell G. Number 11, Abe Hoffman. Number 12, Reed Wesley. Number 14, Oscar Moosberger. Number 15, Philip Egler. Number 16, Cooper Smithson. Number 17, Vaughn Widener. Number 18, TJ Streepy. Number 19, Brady Chapman. Number 20, Riker Bedner. Number 21, Manning Smithson. Number 22, Will Sword. Number 24, Tyler Streepy. Number 25, Zachary Chen. Number 26, Joseph Williams. Number 27, Paxton Schultz. Number 28, Griffin Howell. Number 29, Jackson Flora. Number 30, Zane Coda. And number 34, Joseph Kennedy. And now, your lineup for the Noblesville Millers. Number 1, Mason Ballard. Number 2, Skylar Tolliver. Number 3, Aaron Bell. Number 4, AJ Einers. Number 5, Will Jordan. Number 6, Jacob Purvis. Number 7, Hayden Carpenter. Number 8, Helen Tabaka. Number 9, Will Chadwell. Number 11, Doug Walkley. Number 12, Jack Wiltrout. Number 13, Maddox Thomas. Number 14, Tyler Roberts. Number 15, Alden Booth. Number 16, Jacob Rao. Number 17, Mason Kramer. Number 18, Ben Wallman. Number 20, Blaine McNabb. Number 23, Nate Swift. Number 24, Christian McCousin. Number 28, Mac Burnett. Number 29, the man in the middle, A.J. Whitehead. And number 30, Nick Post.
All right, good evening and welcome to tonight's broadcast of Indiana High School Lacrosse Association action on Hamilton County TV, presented by Noblesville's own Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 29 years in the business. Good evening, I'm Chris Purvis. We're here live at Beaver Materials Field in Noblesville, Indiana, where the Noblesville Millers have taken the field in white jerseys and black helmets, hosting as the home team, hosting the Zionsville Eagles. Zionsville tonight in green jerseys and white helmets, and we're about ready to go live. The referees have placed the ball at center X, and we're just awaiting the whistle to start this game. And, folks, this game is underway with a nice pitch-out ball picked up on the ground ball there by number 7 for Noblesville, Braden Carpenter, as Braden looks to advance that ball upfield for Noblesville, and he does so successfully into their attack box for a nice starting set here for the Noblesville Millers offensively as they go to work here. That's Skylar Tolliver, number 2 for the Millers, looking for some options here as he moves the ball around. Millers getting to work here pretty quickly here. A little bit of a loose ball action behind the crease there. Ball retained by Doug Walkley as Doug looks to find an open man Looking topside, that's a loose ball that's picked up by Zionsville. And we have a flag down situation here as the referees go to report an offside situation here. That'll send Zionsville to the penalty box for a short 30-second duration, giving the Millers a extra man offense for a power play here for 30 seconds. This ball is going to be brought inside left to the keeper by Skylar Tolliver. Advancing the ball over to Blaine McNabb, over to Tyler Roberts, back over to Jacob Purvis. Jacob fires a shot. Nice stop there by the Zionsville goalie as he looks for an outlet pass on this clearing play here by the Zionsville Eagles tonight. And a quick look upfield. Zionsville's moved the ball into their attack box. A quick shot there by Zionsville. Loose ball situation here. Looks like Zionsville will control that ball. There's a shot and a score by Zionsville, number 17. That's Vaughn Welcher. Vaughn, a sophomore for the Eagles, with a first score in tonight's game. 10:15 remaining in the first quarter. That puts Zionsville on the board with 1 goal. 1 for the Eagles, 0 for the Noblesville Millers. Millers are coached by head coach Mark Milam, along with his coaching staff C.J. Green and Connor Barnett. Mark's first season as head coach here at Noblesville, certainly not his first season coaching with the Millers. He's been an assistant coach for probably a decade or more and grew up playing lacrosse in Indiana. As we have some loose ball action on this face-off here, yet to be controlled. Finally picked up by Zionsville. Still loose again, though, after an errant pass. Finally controlled by the Zionsville squad here as he looks to attack the cage. I believe they'll call that a shot, which they did. That'll retain possession with the Zionsville Eagles. That was Will Sorg, number 22 for Zionsville, with that quick shot on play as the Eagles go to work offensively in this set here. 9:37 remaining in the quarter. Another shot there is outside the net. Ground ball picked up by Zionsville. A violation there, like an offensive, illegal offensive screen. That's a turnover. The ball to go back to the Noblesville Millers here as they begin their clearing play upfield, and a quick set of wheels there by Blaine McNabb for Noblesville, going right into the cage. Firing a shot, unassisted score by number 20, Blaine McNabb for the Noblesville Millers. Great score there by Blaine, the senior midfielder for Noblesville, getting the Noblesville offense underway this evening. Game's all tied up at 1 goal apiece, 8:59 remaining. Bit of a violation there on the face-off. That'll award the ball to the Millers here. Jack Wiltrout brings the ball in on the referee whistle. Quickly over to Braden Carpenter. Braden's got a long pole defending him. And now a second one. Going to have a flag down situation there. It's going to be a push with possession. And correct that penalty. That's going to be a slash, a personal foul. That'll give the Millers an entire 1 minute extra man offense situation here. We'll see what the Millers do to try and convert this into a scoring opportunity. 8:41 remaining. on the clock in the first quarter. A shot on goal by number 6 for the Millers, Jacob Purvis, defended by the Zionsville goalie. That goalie is Joseph Canaday, number 34, a junior goalie. As the Millers are putting a strong defensive ride on this clearing play on the Zionsville Eagles as they attempt to launch the ball upfield. They do get it across midfield, and they're now advancing quickly into their attack box where they've got the touch and looking to get their offensive set in motion here. Strong defense by the Millers here results in a ground ball picked up by Blaine McNabb, tossed over to Ben Wollenman, the Noblesville goalie, who finds an outlet pass quickly downfield across the midline, grabbed by Jacob Purvis. As Jacob touches the ball up into the box with a quick look across to Jack Wiltrout. But the ball comes loose, picked up by the Zionsville Eagles. We have another flag down situation on the field. Well, that'll be a 30-second penalty. So another scoring opportunity for the Millers here. There's 2 Zionsville players in their penalty box. That gives the Millers a 6v4 scoring situation opportunity here with 7:42 remaining. And a shot by Tyler Roberts right at the goalie's feet is defended nicely by Joseph Canaday, the junior goalie for Zionsville, as he looks for an outlet pass. He is defended pretty heavily there. Ground ball, forced turnover, again, but picked up by Zionsville. And an out of bounds on a nice defensive ride by the Millers will give them possession again as Tyler Roberts grabs that ball and is looking to move in quickly. I believe Tyler's going to fire a shot, which he does. Unassisted goal there by Tyler Roberts gives the Millers a 2-1 lead. And those penalties were non-releasable, so that'll clear up the Zionsville penalty box and put both players at full strength back on the field tonight. The Zionsville Eagles, coached by James Rundle, along with his coaching staff, Bill Conway, Dan Somm, and Chris Lanciotti. This face-off was quickly controlled by Tyler Streepy from Zionsville. Ball loose just to the right of the crease on GLE. And has rolled all the way out of bounds. Ball was tipped by Noblesville, so that will stay with Zionsville. Both teams calling for their offensive and defensive play structures here as Zionsville looks to move the ball to create a scoring opportunity here. Strong defensive pressure there by Christian McCaslin from Noblesville, looking to strip the ball away, which he does. Christian has a ground ball. Nice play, Christian, as he looks to advance the ball. Quickly does so. It's across the field. Braden Carpenter brings the ball down. Tipped but picked up by Skylar Tolliver for Noblesville, and the Millers are going to get to work offensively here. After a nice forced turnover by Christian McCaslin for the Noblesville Millers. And another flag down situation here. Zionsville's possession will bring the whistle and stop the play action here as the officials go to report that penalty. And that's going to be a hold penalty with possession. That'll be a 30-second technical, giving the Millers yet another extra man offense for 30 seconds, their third opportunity of that this evening. Millers quickly moving the ball around. Might have been a throwaway pass here, which it was. Got away from him on an errant pass, so that ball possession's going to go back to Zionsville here. 5:33 remaining in the first quarter tonight's varsity action here at Noblesville Beaver Materials Field, as Zionsville has begun their clearing play. Carrying the ball across the midline. And a tipped ball here. The ball will stay with the Zionsville squad. Good pressure from Noblesville on the almost takeaway there. Ball picked up again by Zionsville. Some errant passes this evening, but not enough to quite force a turnover right now. And a quick dodge to the inside. Back over to the GLE man. Another loose ball situation here. That loose ball's picked up by Noblesville. That's Braden Carpenter, number 7, with a quick advancement and a shot, and a score unassisted by Braden Carpenter. It's a great effort by Braden there. Everything from the ground ball to the clear and all the way down, seeing that shot opportunity and taking it. That gives the Millers a 2-goal lead. Noblesville Millers 3, Zionsville Eagles 1. With just 4 minutes remaining in tonight's first quarter play action. Referee just about got blown over there, and that loose ball following the face-off, but ball controlled by Zionsville here. Oh, loose ball push by the Millers will allow Zionsville to retain possession. More patience there paid off for the Zionsville Eagles as number 2, Davis Wagner, scores an unassisted goal. Brings the Eagles back to within 1. 3:35 remaining. Noblesville Millers 3, Zionsville Eagles 2. As we prepare for the next face-off. Face-off personnel for Noblesville is number 3, Aaron Bell, junior midfielder. As the referees confirm position alignments, tops to stops, and looking for a good, clear face-off here. And whistle is blown, and we're underway here, live ball action. Have a whistle blown and a violation there on Noblesville. On that face-off, we'll give the ball to the Eagles here. Personnel substitutions on the fly for the Eagles as they begin their offensive setup here. Good chatter by the Noblesville goalie and his defense as they look to make adjustments and slides according to what they're seeing offensively from the Eagles. There's a shot by Zionsville. Nice save there by goalie Ben Wolleman as he steps outside of the crease and looks for his outlet pass, which is going to be Christian McCaslin. Christian carrying the ball, long pole defender over the midline, and quick advancement up into the attack box. Still got a loose ball situation there. It's a good fight for possession here. It's picked up by Zionsville's number 22. Going to carry it back the other direction. That's Tyler Streepy for Zionsville. Tyler fired a shot. Good stop by Ben Wolleman there. Ben's got a quick outlet, again to Christian McCaslin, making a good combination there on these clearing plays. Over to Skylar Tolliver. As Skylar Tolliver moves the ball back topside to Tyler Roberts, back over to Jack Wiltrout, and back over to Jacob Purvis, and then finally back again to Mr. Walkley, number 11 for Noblesville. He curls around the crease, dumps a shot in, and a score. That's Doug Walkley for Noblesville, folks. That's number 11. That gives the Millers a 2-point lead. Just a minute and 40 remaining in tonight's first quarter varsity action here at Noblesville Beavers Materials Field. Noblesville Millers with a score of 4, Zionsville Eagles 2. As this face-off is controlled by Zionsville. Again, Tyler Streepy for Zionsville. Pretty good record on the face-offs this evening. A shot by Zionsville's number 2 and a strong save by Ben Wolleman with a quick look upfield and a pass over to Mason Kramer, who's advanced the ball quickly upfield to Noblesville. Good ball movement by Noblesville, but a loose ball in front of the crease. That's grabbed by the Zionsville goalie. As Zionsville moves across the midline and looks to convert something in the final 28 seconds of the first quarter tonight. This ball is going to roll out of bounds. That's going to give possession back to the Millers for a deep restart. Probably a dangerous pass on that clearing play. Yeah, we had a strong hit here. The shot went wide. The Noblesville goalie was certainly back to retain possession there, but we've got a flag down situation, so there'll be some penalty reporting here as the referees look to talk it over. And that's Jacob Ralph for Noblesville committing that penalty. That's got him in the box, providing a extra man offense situation for the Zionsville Eagles here. But with just 10 seconds remaining, we'll see what happens here on possession. Ball's loose back at X. Zionsville picks it up. They're going to hold that ball. That'll give them possession to start the next quarter with no face-off for the next quarter. Well, that ends tonight's first quarter action with the Noblesville Millers a score of 4, Zionsville Eagles with a score of 2. Good game by both of these teams tonight here at Beaver Materials Field. A nice clear evening. The lights are on. It's a great night for lacrosse. Hamilton County TV would also like to thank our other great sponsors: Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, Gaylor Electric, Van Osdale and Farrer, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Jamie Carmesino with Carpenter Realty, visit HamiltonCounty.com, Schwartz's Bait and Tackle, Hamilton County Reporter, Yancey's Tuxedo Rentals, Wofford Theater Outdoor Movies, You're watching HCTV Sports, presented by Noblesville own Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently located not on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville, Indiana for over 20 years. Well, a good, strong effort by both teams. Both of these teams have come off of about a 2-week spring break session, so looking to kick the rust off and get back into action. Indiana lacrosse action will really heat up for the balance of April and May here, leading up to the semifinals and the final, probably the first weekend of June. This is both of these teams. This is their first game against each other in what's called the Hamilton County Lacrosse Conference, HCLC. So this is the first HCLC action for both of these teams tonight, as the referees have looked to bring both teams back out onto the field and get the ball back in action for tonight's second quarter. And teams have switched sides of the field, as they do at every quarter. This quarter will start with a Zionsville possession based on that penalty situation, and Zionsville retaining possession at the end of the first quarter. So there will be no face-off tonight in this to kick this quarter off. This ball is going to start side right to the keeper, just in the alley, just outside of the box here, as Zionsville begins to go to work in their extra man offense situation. Quickly working the ball around. And a quick score from right on GLE by Zionsville brings this to a 1-point game. That's a penalty releaser as well. So both teams will be back at full strength now, and we'll be back to a face-off here. Noblesville has installed Mr. Jack Wiltrout, number 12 for Noblesville, at the face-off X position. And this ball is yet to be controlled. Finally picked up by Zionsville all the way back in the attack box. They're having to clear the ball all the way across the field, though, to their offensive end of the field, but sets up a nice opportunity for them. A quick shot. Looks like a loose ball right in front of the crease. Goalie Benz dropped down on that ball. He's got it in possession and dumped it off to Braden Carpenter, number 7 for Noblesville, who quickly carries that ball and advances across the midline and up into the attack box for Noblesville to get to work offensively here. Christian McCaslin carrying the ball for Noblesville as he now takes a sub out of the lineup, and we have a timeout on the field called. We'll now see some equipment checks conducted by the referees. This is a standard procedure to check the cleats, helmet, and the cross of each of the players, from each team, to make sure all the equipment is legal and that no equipment creates an unfair advantage. We'll also take this timeout time as an opportunity to recognize another Hamilton County TV sponsor, Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies and corporate awards. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for those last-minute award decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out online at www.noblesvilletrophies.com. No timeout called by the Noblesville Millers there. They wanted to talk it over and likely make some defensive adjustments here, which I think they've talked over and got their squads coming back out on the field here. Looks like all the equipment checks appear to be legal at this point in time, so nothing alarming that's going to be a penalty situation, as Braden Carpenter for Noblesville is going to start with possession just outside of the box to the top left of the goalie. And on the referee whistle, we're back to live action here at Beaver Materials Field, where the Noblesville Millers are up by 1 goal. Quick workaround, a shot by Braden, wide. That's retained by Noblesville on the in line by Doug Walkley. As Doug does his curl from the crease, looks for an opportunity, and ball is loose here, picked up by Jacob Purvis, defended by a Zionsville long pole. Jacob sends the ball back to the X position. A strong defense by the poles from Zionsville tonight. As this is going to be an over and back situation, a caused turnover. So that'll award possession to Zionsville here. They'll take over possession right at the midline. And the Eagles have gone to work here in their offensive set here with 9:37 remaining in the second quarter of tonight's varsity action game. Looking for a scoring opportunity here. There's a cutter there, and he's hoping to have an opportunity, but that ball's picked off by Noblesville as goalie Ben looks for an outlet pass. And that's a great clear by the Millers under some good Zionsville pressure, able to get that ball upfield into their box. Braden Carpenter's got some great speed and brought that ball up for the Millers as they begin to go to work. Having an illegal screen, moving pick, AKA moving pick on the Millers. That'll be a turnover. The ball will go back to Zionsville. With a long clearing pass across the midline for Zionsville. And a timeout on the field by the Zionsville Eagles. Hamilton County TV would like to also recognize another sponsor, another great sponsor helping bring sports to Noblesville through online streaming. That's Church, Hiddle, and Antrim, attorneys at law. Since the establishment of the firm, Church, Hiddle, and Antrim in 1880, our neighbors, community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust in us to solve their most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history of helping our clients when they need it most. Give us a call, 317-773-2190, or visit the website cchalaw.com. That's Church, Hiddle, and Antrim, attorneys at law. Well, folks, this appears to be a well-matched game this evening for both teams. I had the opportunity to connect with Coach Rundle from Zionsville, and Coach tells me he's got a pretty young squad this season, that he's working with. About 60% of the varsity roster is sophomores and freshmen. They have 5 seniors on the squad this year, so a rather young team. Similar numbers for Noblesville, perhaps not as many freshmen and sophomores, but certainly not a lot of seniors on either squad. But again, both Hamilton County Lacrosse Conference teams appear to be well matched, making for a good game tonight. With 8:32 remaining in the second quarter, we're Noblesville Millers 4, Zionsville Eagles 3. And a shot by Zionsville here. Nice tap away save by Ben Wolleman for Noblesville. A forced turnover by Zionsville. They'll retain possession in their attacking end of the field. All miscommunication amongst the offense, but ground ball picked up by Manning Smithson for the Eagles. Zionsville tossing the ball back to their X position with a move up along the GLE line. Nothing there for them at this time, but a shot by number 3. That's Emerson Hollifield for Zionsville. Good save by the Noblesville goalie. Maybe in trouble here with this outlet pass, which did go out of bounds on the clearing attempt. As Zionsville looks to go to work offensively again and see if they can create a scoring opportunity on this possession. Loose ball action right on the inline. Not sure which team's going to come up with it, but the Eagles did pick it up and continue their offensive stretch here. And there was a shot attempt by number 2 and another flick shot in on the Noblesville goalie, but we have a crease violation. Zionsville stepped into the crease. That'll be a turnover and send the ball back to the Millers. A little collision conflict at midfield, but looks like it's nothing of significance to the referee, so we'll go back with the ball live here. We've got a flag down situation here. That's going to be an offensive penalty on Noblesville. Blaine McNabb. Blaine let in a bull dodge with his head into his opponent. It's a great football move, but unfortunately that doesn't fly in lacrosse. That'll put Blaine in the penalty box for a minute and give Zionsville a 1-minute extra man offense scoring opportunity. Creates a 6v5, 6 versus 5 opportunity for the Eagles here as they look to convert during this power play. Solid defense by the Millers here. No shots yet by the Eagles. As the ball rolls far side, almost out of bounds, picked up by Zionsville. Continuing to work this offense opportunity here. With a look inside to number 21, a quick dump off to number 9, and another loose ball. Still in bounds though. Very close to the inline. And I hear the countdown for the penalty releasing in about 3 seconds, so that puts Noblesville back at full defensive strength here. So we are 6v6 once again. There's a shot and a score by the Eagles. That's William Bowen, number 8 for Zionsville, the sophomore midfielder, tying things up here at Beaver Materials Field with right at 5 minutes remaining in the first half tonight. And a face-off violation by the Millers results in a possession by Zionsville on this face-off. So like a great check and takeaway there by Christian McCaslin for Noblesville, quickly advancing the ball upfield into the Millers' attack box. And a quick look by Doug Walke in front of the crease will result in a ground ball picked up by the Eagles as the goalie's walking the ball up, looking for his outlet options. A little bit of pressure on the ride here from Noblesville. Does advance it across the midline. That's Joseph Canaday, the Zionsville goalie, a junior. Solid offense by the Millers here. But a crease curl play there by number 21 for Zionsville. That's Manning Smithson with a score. Gives the Zionsville Eagles the go-ahead with a 5-4 lead now. Noblesville 4, Zionsville 5. As Jack Wilchout for Noblesville is at the center X for this face-off. This face-off won by the Eagles and a quick shot away. Almost thrown away by the Eagles, but picked up near the scoring table as they continue their offensive play set here. And a shot on goal. Nicely played, nicely saved by Ben Wollenman in the cage. Ben steps out of the crease, walks upfield, taking his time looking for an outlet pass. That may be trouble, but no, it's retained. Sent across field and picked up by Blaine McNabb, who's looking for some options in the box. He's got Skylar Tolliver. Skylar's going to curl to the inside, switch to his left hand, fire a shot off. Went wide, but that's retained by the Millers on the inline. 2:35 remaining in first half action tonight. Another shot by Skylar, a flag down situation. Ball is loose. And the whistle comes. That's going to be a slashing penalty on the Zionsville Eagles. A 1-minute personal foul. Gives the Noblesville Millers a opportunity here with an extra man offense for a solid 1 minute. 2:18 remaining in the game clock. This ball will be brought back in play by Tyler Roberts, the junior midfielder for Noblesville. And a shot topside from Blaine McNabb is saved successfully by Zionsville. Noblesville creating a little defensive ride on this clearing play here. Timeout called by the Zionsville Eagles. Probably a good timeout. They were on the clock to get that clearing play across the midline within 20 seconds, and it looks like they might have been close to a failed clearing attempt. So a well-timed timeout call there by Coach Rundle from Zionsville. Hamilton County TV would also like to recognize another great sponsor, Schwartz's Bait and Tackle here in Noblesville. Owned by Steve and Lori Schwartz. Schwartz's Bait and Tackle sells live bait and name brand tackle. We seek out almost everything fishing. We are progressively becoming the #1 place for all of your fishing needs. We also have informed fishermen that will get you all you need to help catch fish. As well, propane, refills, U-Haul rentals, packing and moving materials, and motorhome rentals. Located in Noblesville at 118 Cicero Road, State Road 19 at the intersection of Logan Street. That's Schwartz's Bait and Tackle, 776-0129. As both teams come back on the field following the timeout called by the Zionsville squad, Zionsville will look to continue their clearing play. They'll have a fresh 20 seconds on their defensive half of the field on the referee whistle here. Noblesville looks to create a double team on the ride here. But a quick pass over and puts Zionsville where they want to be, quickly into their attack box. And with that, the Zionsville slashing penalty is released, bringing the teams back to full strength here. Noblesville working on their ball advancement here. This is number 7, Braden Carpenter, looking upfield. 47 seconds remaining, a quick change of possession as Zionsville grabs that errant pass. Looks to convert here in the final seconds of the first half. Clock winds down to 30 seconds. Strong defense by the Millers and a save by Ben Wollenman. Ben looks to outlet pass fully downfield. That's a deep, deep pass. It's almost grabbed by Doug Walkley with a overhead behind the head look at that. Clock winding down quickly to 3 seconds. And a score by Skylar Tolliver on a loose ball in front of the crease. A nice pickup and a dump off into the goal. Brings us back to a tie game. 1.4 seconds on the clock. This will be a quick whistle face-off, and folks, that'll be it for tonight's first half. Tie game again. Noblesville Millers, Zionsville Eagles with 5 goals apiece. That's great awareness in front of the crease in those loose ball situation. It's terrifying for the goalie. He doesn't know what's going to happen, who's going to pick up that ball, but being able to get it and get that dump-off shot that quickly is a great play, great awareness. And that does conclude our first half. In tonight's varsity action, Noblesville Millers hosting the Zionsville Eagles. During halftime, there'll be some additional information and great sponsor information, so stay tuned for that, and we'll come back live in tonight's third quarter. You're watching IHSLA Lacrosse on Hamilton County TV, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself, or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit, to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community.
We received a lot of feedback from our members and families that sorry, I get really choked up about this, that their youth were declining in their social settings, that they were struggling in school. And I think people don't realize how much youth need this.
So the Boys and Girls Club is dedicated to inspiring and enabling all young people to reach their full potential. And we focus on academic success, healthy lifestyles, and good character and citizenship. We've had to find new fun and engaging activities for the kids that limit touching. We've done a lot of tag with pool noodles, so they're not actually touching each other and they're keeping a distance. So our team's been very creative in coming up with those new ideas to keep the kids having fun while they're here.
Going to school, you're going home, you're going to school, you're going home. They're missing out on problem solving. They're missing out on social setting with peers that isn't in a school setting. It's huge. It has a lot of benefits that I think seeing that in March where we kind of missed out, it showed the impact that having a Boys and Girls Club or an outreach center has for youth.
It really has had an implication on our overall budget, and I think that's probably something across the board for any business that's still trying to be operational right now. You're adding cleaning protocols, you're adding additional staff to do those cleaning protocols. We're adding additional staff to get our ratios lower so that there's less contact tracing to be done if something were to arise.
So having the funds to be able to reconnect when that time comes is going to be huge, because we need to recruit them back in. It's very pivotal that they have this in after school hours for them to be successful.
We get amazing support from this community, and we are just extremely grateful for that and hope that we can continue to count on people as we go further down this road with the pandemic and not knowing kind of where that end point's going to be.
There's a lot of our youth that aren't able to use our services currently, and whenever we can get back to normal, we need to get our youth back into our buildings.
I think the kids need the outlet, and I think they need the connectivity, and I think that's two of the huge things that we can provide for them.
For the past several months, I've been my kids' everything.
Their teacher.
Library media specialist.
Food service.
Building maintenance.
Nurse.
PE teacher.
But I'm about to get a well-deserved timeout. With my kids back in school, I can do what I do best, be a mom. But it's up to me and you to keep our kids in school. And to do that, we're going to have to show some class. That means checking their temperature in the morning. Anything above 100 degrees means our children need to stay home. We need to lead by example by wearing our masks and modeling good social distancing to our kids. We need to make sure our kids avoid crowds and large gatherings outside of school. That includes slumber parties, playdates, and family reunions. We need to schedule a test for anyone in our family who may be exhibiting signs of COVID. For kids, those symptoms will include fever, fatigue, and a change in taste and smell. And let's be sure to keep our kids home if they're waiting for COVID test results or just feel crummy. So join me in having some class by supporting our educators and keeping our kids in school.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street Signs and Banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Well, folks, welcome back to Beaver Materials Field on Wednesday, April 14th, where the Noblesville Millers are hosting the Zionsville Eagles in tonight's varsity action game. After the first half, we're all tied up at 5 goals apiece. And you're listening to tonight's broadcast of Indiana High School Lacrosse Association action on Hamilton County TV, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 29 years in the business. As both teams make their way back out onto the field for second half action tonight, clock's winding down to zeros. And referees have coming onto the field, getting ready to place the ball at the center X for face-off and live action lacrosse. We're under the lights this evening. Nice evening. Temperature has dropped to a cool 54 degrees. Yeah, officials just waiting for the clock to reset. Varsity action is run at 12-minute stop clock quarters. And they're happy with the clock that they see, and we're about to go live here with a whistle. This ball picked up by Zionsville. with some good defensive coverage by the Millers there, almost knocking that ball away after the pickup possession here. Zionsville has the ball, just about lost it out of bounds, but continues to work their offense here. Both teams likely making some adjustments during the halftime. Coach Mark Milam talking to his Millers about some adjustments, and Coach James Rundle from Zionsville doing the same for the Eagles, to both teams to make some improvements and some adjustments, and very close game. It's been no more than a 1-point differential the entire game, and currently a tie game as Noblesville looks to clear this ball upfield. That's going to be a timeout call by the Millers, likely a very strategic timeout, as they were under the clearing count of 20 seconds there, and with the defensive pressure from Zionsville, they probably would not have advanced that ball across the midline. So a good timeout call there by Coach Milam and his staff. Take a minute here to let you know that here in Noblesville at the Hamilton County Fairgrounds, there will be free summer movie events on Fridays. That'll begin on May 21st and run through June 25th. Those movie titles will be announced on May 1st. For more information or sponsor any of these events, visit Wofford Theater at www.woffordtheater.com. That's WAFFORD, WoffordTheater.com. As both teams begin to take the field after that timeout called by Noblesville, we'll be going back to live action here at any minute. So that timeout will restart play and give the Millers a fresh 20-second count on their clearing play. This is going to be Blaine McNabb for the Millers, taking the ball on the referee whistle here, looking to clear up field. Blaine finds an open Miller cross field. Ball tipped and knocked out of bounds by Zionsville. Zionsville will start with the ball at the midline. Quick turnover there for Zionsville as they go back to work offensively. And a shot there, but that is picked up by Noblesville. And another clearing play and attempt. Ball's going back and forth quite a bit here. A lot of pressure on the defensive ride here by Zionsville as Noblesville looks to clear the ball into their attack box. They did so. And a shot by Noblesville. Saved by the goalie, but we've got a situation on the field here. Looks like we're going to have a penalty to report against Zionsville. Looks like a holding penalty. That'll be a 30-second extra man offense situation for the Noblesville Millers. Ball brought into play by number 2, Skylar Tolliver for the Millers, and Millers quickly move the ball across the box. Blaine McNabb over to Tyler Roberts, back over to Jacob Purvis, and then back to Doug Walkley at the GLE position. Ball almost out of bounds, but recovered right on the sideline there by the Millers. Great awareness there. And a shot there, and a score.
Noblesville, number 7, Braden Carpenter.
So the junior midfielder, Braden Carpenter, number 7, puts another goal on the board for the Noblesville Millers, bringing the score to Noblesville Millers 6, Zionsville Eagles 5, with 9:42 remaining in the third quarter of tonight's play action. Aaron Bell for Noblesville now at the face-off spot, at the X spot. And that's a violation on the face-off before the whistle. Gives possession to the Eagles. And Zionsville's all touched up in the attack box, looking to go to work offensively and see if they can't generate something here. A loose ball off to the side above about GLE outside of the alley here, but quickly brought back in and moved around. Ground ball pickup by Christian McCaslin for Noblesville, the long pole defender. A senior headed to Trine University after graduation. Flag is down. Christian continues to move the ball, but we have a whistle.
He's got a right to protect himself.
And that penalty is going to be on Christian McCaslin. Another one of those offensive penalties. It's a difficult thing, clearing the ball in lacrosse. Got to keep that head up and not create space using your head and shoulders. That's a safety call. Heads up lacrosse is what US calls it, trying to keep players safe and avoid those concussions that have been so rampant in all sports. So a tough call for Christian on a great ground ball and a great clear, but unfortunately sends him to the penalty box for a bit of time here. Well, Zionsville has a penalty being served as well, so the teams are all even, 5v5 at this point. Shot goes out of bounds on the sideline, retained by Noblesville. Jacob Purvis picks the ball up, brings it back into play for the Millers. Jack Wiltrout, top of the box. Top side looking for scoring options. Jack dodges inside, breaks his defender, fires a shot, stopped by the Zionsville goalie with a quick outlet pass. And a strong defensive ride here by Noblesville's Blaine McNabb. Going to result in a flag down penalty situation here. And a great stop by Ben Wollenman as Zionsville fired a shot in. Ben was able to knock that away. Flag is down, but the whistle won't come quite yet until we have a change of possession or out of bounds, a shot, or a couple other situations that would bring that whistle. So play will continue here while there's laundry on the field. Guessing that penalty may be against Noblesville's Blaine McNabb on that riding, defensive riding play. As Zionsville sends the ball back to the X spot, with the X attackman looking topside. This could be a very long, slow whistle play here as Zionsville continues to work the ball around. Ball is loose in front of the crease. It's going to roll out of bounds. That will bring the whistle so that we can get this penalty reported. Yeah, that's a slashing penalty on Noblesville. It'll be a 1-minute personal foul penalty. 7:18 on the clock, remaining in the third quarter, tonight's varsity action. As the referee has brought the ball back into live action play here. This will give the Zionsville Eagles Green Machine a 1-minute man-up situation, which they're able to convert there. With a score by number 21, Manning Smithson. Manning, the senior midfielder for the Eagles.
Zionsville goal, number 21, Manning Smithson.
So we are all tied up once again at 6 goals apiece. Jack Wiltrout for Noblesville back in the lineup at the face-off X spot. And another violation on the face-off before the whistle. Gives Zionsville the ball here. A little push call here. Ball was considered to be loose, so no penalty, just a restart with Zionsville in possession of the ball. 6:52 remaining in the game clock for the third quarter tonight. And a shot there. Great save by Noblesville goalie Ben Wollenman with a look-up field in traffic and a great clearing play. That's over to Will Chadwell for Noblesville, and he is double teamed. Ball is loose. No one has possession at this point in time. Just a lot of loose ball action. Noblesville's come away with it. Quickly advancing towards the crease and across. And a shot and score by Jacob Purvis. The junior attackman for Noblesville pounding one in with 6:17 remaining. Gives the Noblesville Millers a 1-point lead at Noblesville Millers 7, Zionsville Eagles 6. And the referees take their position for the next face-off. Jack Wiltrout for the Noblesville Millers remain in the lineup. Braden Carpenter on the wing, near side. Great pickup on that face-off by the Millers, quickly touching it up into their tack box. Great job by Jack Wiltrout on that, moving the ball over to Doug Walkley at the X position as Doug eyes his options here with a long pole defender right on him playing man defense. Strong pressure from the long pole at X. Doug breaks free from that with a quick dodge, sends it topside. We got flag down situation here, and we've got a problem on the field here, folks. We've got a penalty of some degree. This situation, the referees will come together and talk it over, make sure they all saw the same thing. It incites the crowd a little bit in these sorts of big hit situations, but the referees want to make sure they get it right, and they'll take a little time to have that discussion. Also kind of calms things down a little bit while they report in those penalties and answer any questions from the coaches. So we do have at least one locked-in penalty here. Crowd seemed to have a nice time on a Wednesday night here at Beaver Materials Field. Some great lacrosse fans from both Noblesville and Zionsville here present in the stands, enjoying the game. As the referees pick up their yellow flags off the field, and some final discussions on the restart will take place here.
So today he goes to house call, and I was doing one. I didn't realize the number and the name are basically married. They're kind of one and the same. I didn't know that. So I told myself, I must be Sasha. I got it into line, and it moved my number from here all the way down here. And he goes, okay. So I go, you want to sit down? And he goes, no. But it was funny because when he first walked in, he was like, and he goes, yeah. I said, well, you let me know when it's going to go to my
Well, offsetting penalties here on both a Noblesville and a Zionsville player will keep this in an even situation, although a reduced personnel situation will be 5v5 for both teams here while the players serve those penalties. A quick shot by Zionsville here out of bounds on the end line, retained by the Eagles. And a clearing attempt by the Noblesville Millers, intercepted by the Eagles as they look to bring the ball back in. But that ball is loose and picked up by Christian McCaslin, the senior for Noblesville. Looking to advance the ball. He does so across the midline, looking for his options upfield. With Skylar Tolliver taking the ball and slowing things up a bit for the Millers offensively as they begin their set here. And another ground ball by Skylar as he looks for his options. Sends the ball over to Will Jordan. Then over to Jacob Purvis for a shot on goal, deflected by the goalie. That's out on the end line. Will be retained by the Noblesville Millers. Shot by Skylar Tolliver. Again out of bounds on the end line. That's Jack Wiltrout with a pass over to Jacob Purvis. Jacob Purvis with the score for the Noblesville Millers. His second of the evening. That's Noblesville Millers with a score of 8. Zionsville Eagles 6. Jacob, the junior attackman for Noblesville, was able to shoot through some traffic and feed that thing through and get a score for the Millers there on a nice assist. Great teamwork by the Millers offensively to get it done. So the Millers penalty has released. Zionsville penalty was the non-releasable locked in the box penalty. So Noblesville is in a man-up situation for the duration of that penalty. Face-off controlled by Zionsville. Strong defense by the Millers keeps the Zionsville Eagles topside for a bit here, although they brought the ball around to the X position looking to set something up. I hear some plays being called by Coach Rundle, so apparently he's got something in mind here. And a shot fired by the Zionsville Eagles goes off on the end line. Zionsville was near that exit and able to retain possession here. Back live again. And another shot, quick out of bounds. Good chase by the Eagles to retain that possession. Ball's going to be starting side left of the goalie. That's the senior, number 21, Smithson, sending the ball back over to the X position. And a score by the Eagles brings this back to a one-point game. This has been a very close game. Again, from the opening face-off in the first quarter, it's been just kind of a back-and-forth game. Two well-matched teams here, putting on a great game tonight. Great athleticism by both teams. Great fans in the stands tonight. 3 minutes are remaining in the third quarter of tonight's varsity action here at Beaver Materials Field. violation there, a loose hold by the Eagles gives Noblesville possession as Blaine McNabb is bringing the ball up into the attack box for the Millers. And he's not stopping. He's ran all the way around to X and curling. Ran into some traffic there on GLE pretty hard. Takeaway by Zionsville, but play stoppage. This would be a cross check. That's a 1-minute personal foul penalty against the Zionsville Eagles, creating a 1-minute extra man offense for the Noblesville Millers. However, numbers on the field here are 6v5. Yeah, Tyler Roberts and squad on the field looking for a good scoring opportunity here. Ball's loose and picked off by Zionsville as they have their clearing play. Trail check, ball knocked loose by Jacob Purvis from Noblesville, resulting in a turnover here. Or else the ball was perhaps tipped by the Millers after the loose check, which it was, and so Zionsville continued their clearing play right at the midline here, successfully passing by here. But a warding call against the Eagles, and Noblesville's going back live with the ball here.
Hey, announcer, you please make a sportsmanship announcement at the next possible opportunity that they'll be ejected from the stadium based on what I just heard. Kimberly?
He needs to leave. Sorry, folks, back on the microphone here. A minute 28 remaining in the third quarter here. Lots of exciting things happening. A great save by the Zionsville goalie here. Loose ball in front of the crease, and the goalie has been able to grab that ground ball here, and he's looking to make a nice clearing play upfield. Has a man. Its pass wasn't completed, but he got it and is quickly advancing in. And a lot of loose ball action tonight. Same thing we saw in the junior varsity game. It's been, I don't know if it's the spring break rustiness from both teams, but a lot of errant passes and ground ball action tonight. But here we have Tyler Roberts for the Millers touching the ball up into the attack box. Short time here in the third quarter with just 44 seconds remaining. The Noblesville Millers with a 1-point lead over the Zionsville Eagles. Shot by Brayton Carpenter goes wide. Good chase by both teams, but the Millers were back to retain that. That's Doug Walkley for the Millers. And a quick whistle. Doug sends it topside. And short time here, 15 seconds, just 15 seconds remaining as Tyler Roberts looks for his options, moving the ball around the top side of the attack box for Noblesville. Sends it over to Skylar Tolliver with a nice look at the goal and a shot out on the in line. That's also retained by Noblesville. And that concludes play action for the third quarter of tonight's game. We're going to slow things down a bit and talk about some of these great sponsors for Hamilton County Television. I don't think we've mentioned yet Jamie Carmesino with Carpenter Realtors. If you're planning to make a move, why not call a realtor with hometown experience? Jamie Carmesino has connections and a commitment to the community. She's raised 3 Noblesville athletes and is ready to help you with your real estate needs. Looking for a realtor? Call Carmo. Call Jamie Carmesino at 490-3735. And Jamie and husband Blair, certainly a great fixture in the Noblesville community with Sophie, Amanda, and Michael. Were great athletes at Noblesville and have gone on to great college careers and so forth. So thank you, Jamie, for your contributions to Noblesville athletics and also for sponsoring Hamilton County Television. So about to start the fourth quarter here at Noblesville Beaver Materials Field. The Millers lead by 1 goal. Noblesville Millers 8 to Zionsville Eagles 7. Again, a great matchup tonight between these two Hamilton County Lacrosse Conference teams. Be interesting to see what kind of action we see in the fourth quarter. Great coaching by both teams. Coach Mark Milam for Noblesville, and James Rundle from Zionsville have done a great job with these squads, both of which have a limited amount of seniors, so a lot of underclassmen that have really stepped up and performing well athletically. As we begin to prepare for action here, with Jack Wiltrout is at the face-off X for Noblesville. And whistle blown, and another quick whistle afterwards. Little violation on the face-off there, and that'll give Noblesville Millers the ball as Braden Carpenter brings the ball in for the Millers. And a quick shot topside by Tyler Roberts. Absolutely slams and crushes that shot into the goal, stretching this to a 2-point lead for the Noblesville Millers. Just a few seconds into the third quarter. A great shot by Tyler.
Go, Jack.
Oh, loose ball here again, picked up by Noblesville. Looks identical play with Braden Carpenter bringing that ball in, but pass got away, an errant pass, and out of bounds will be a turnover. Zionsville Eagles will pick up the ball and resume play on the referee whistle as the ball sent over to the goalie, who's advancing the ball quickly upfield, finds an open player. That's Smithson, number 21, for the Zionsville Eagles, the senior. Both teams at full strength. Penalty box is clear. No violators in at this point. Is nice swing shot coming around the crease by Zionsville's number 8. That's William Bowen. And this ball's going back to the Millers for a deep restart all the way at their defensive end line. And a quick dump-off pass to Blaine McNabb over to Braden Carpenter. Braden's on the 10-second count, gets that ball all touched up in the box over to Skylar Tolliver. Skylar's going to slow things down a bit, look for some options here offensively. Miller's working the ball along the top side of the box. Have a turnover here on the far side of the field on the Zionsville side. Zionsville's picked up that ball and is looking to clear it, but that's picked off by Noblesville and brought right back again. Solid pressure by the Zionsville Eagles as Noblesville looks to convert here, but pulling the ball back out. Good smart play there by the Millers. That's Doug Walkley, number 11 for the Millers. And a quick stutter step and a shot there by Aaron Bell is defended nicely by the Zionsville goalie, who's going to curl behind the crease, finds an outlet pass, but that ball is loose on the ground. And still loose. No clear possession at this point. Good scrum here for that ball, but looks like it's going to go the Millers' way. And Aaron Bell picks that up, tosses it over to Braden Carpenter, and back into the offensive set for the Millers here. And a quick turnover. Noblesville Millers had too many men offensively. It's not a penalty situation, it's just a turnover, so that ball's going back to Zionsville for clearing play here. They're now across the midfield and quickly into the attack box with a look up field and a quick shot right on GLE and a score by the Zionsville Eagles. Brings us back to a 1-point game with 8:57 remaining in the game.
Number 9, Martin.
That Zionsville goal by senior attackman number 9, Martin Gee. This faceoff is controlled by Zionsville, but they're going to clear it back into their defensive end and get that ball advanced back up as they're able to here amidst some pressure from the Millers. That's good defense there by Christian Caslin. He's knocked that ball loose, resulting in a turnover. That's picked up ground ball by Jack Wiltrout for Noblesville. And the Millers have moved back in their attack box. Jack looking to fire a shot off here. He does. Goes wide. It's retained by the Millers. Skylar Tolliver coming across GLE here, looking for his options. A little bit of pressure from Zionsville, long pole number 11 there. Skylar sends it topside to Blaine McNabb and quickly over to Tyler Roberts, and the Millers working the ball around the entire offensive circle here. Tyler picking up some speed here with a quick dodge and a right-handed shot. There's a shot on goal. It's played off by the goalie. That retained on the end line by the Millers. Solid defensive pressure there from the Eagles as they're able to get possession here and looking to clear the ball. Eagles bringing the ball across the midfield and up into their attack box very quickly here. 7 minutes remaining in the varsity game tonight. That score by Zionsville. It's number 3 for Zionsville, Emerson Hollyfield, on an assist from Will Song, number 22. This game is all tied up at 9 goals apiece in the fourth quarter with 6:50 remaining. And a good face-off possession and win by the Millers as Braden Carpenter has brought the ball up for the Millers. Solid pressure. Pass got thrown out of bounds here, though, so this ball will be awarded to the Zionsville Eagles. There's some good defensive pressure from Noblesville on the clearing play, but not quite enough to stop the Eagles, and they continue to advance upfield and into their attack box. Have an offsides there by the Zionsville Eagles, so change of possession here. As Jacob Ralph for the Millers is going to start the ball in play and send the pass across field, and finally up to Blaine McNabb for the clearing attempt here. Blaine is across the midline. Some defensive pressure there, but also a call that awarded possession back to Zionsville. And another great ground ball by Ben Wolleman, the Noblesville goalie, as he walks upfield looking for an outlet pass. He finds Jack Wiltrout. A little bit of defensive pressure on Jack, and he managed to spin around that, get his own ground ball back again, and move that ball up into the box where the Millers are going to go on the attack here. There's a shot by Aaron Bell. That's defended and saved by Zionsville with 5:23 remaining in the game tonight. The goalie is advancing the ball. He's almost to the midline. He's able to dump it over to number 8 for Zionsville, who's carrying the ball in the attack box. That's William Bowen. But Zionsville throws the ball away on a pass attempt back to the X position attackman. Ball awarded back to Noblesville with right at 5 minutes remaining in tonight's fourth final quarter. And an expected timeout with 4:40 remaining in the game, a 9-9 tie game. Not surprised to see either team call a timeout, slow things down and revisit and talk strategy at this point in time. I'd like to recognize the main sponsor for Hamilton County Television, Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 29 years. Noblesville's own Logan Street Signs and Banners specializes in last-minute signage and banners, serving Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or visit their website, www.loganstreetsigns.com. You can also follow Logan Street Signs and Banners on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'd like to run down the list of all Hamilton County TV sponsors: Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, Gaylor Electric, Van Osdale and Farrer, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Jamie Carmesino with Carpenter Realty, VisitHamiltonCounty.com, Schwartz's Bait and Tackle, Hamilton County Reporter, Yancey's Tuxedo Rentals, and Wofford Theater Outdoor Movies. Well, folks, it's been a great action-packed game tonight between the hosting Noblesville Millers and the Zionsville Eagles as we're getting into the final minutes of the game tonight. 4:40 is on the game clock. Game is all tied up at 9 goals apiece. Noblesville will have possession on the game restart here. As the Millers go to work offensively. There's a shot by Tyler Roberts here. A strong chase out of bounds by both teams on that shot, but possession awarded to Zionsville on that one. Be a very deep restart for Zionsville as they find an outlet upfield. And a good ride there and a flag down situation here. And that'll send Jacob Purvis to the penalty box for Noblesville. That'll give the Zionsville Eagles a short man-up scoring opportunity here. It's a 30-second penalty. Strong defense by the Noblesville Millers inside and above GLE and above the cage as the ball is loose, but finally picked up by Mason Bowler, the senior defender for Noblesville. Sent back over to Ben Wolleman in the cage, who quickly finds Blaine McNabb for an outlet pass, and Blaine has his wheels on, advancing the ball quickly downfield and over to Skylar Tolliver into the attack box. Quick double team on Skylar. And we have a flag down situation here. Game getting a little chippy at this point, as you would expect in a Tyler High School lacrosse game. Still at 9 goals apiece with 2:55 remaining. Skylar in a double team situation, defenders all over him. Whistle will eventually come here to send the Zionsville player to the penalty box, but Noblesville Millers are going to continue to run with this possession until that happens, as Tyler Roberts here with a shot on goal. And it goes out of bounds, but that's okay because that stops play, and this will be reported into the penalty box here. A little bit of explanation here by the referee to Coach Rundle. And back to live action again with just 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining as the Noblesville Millers look to convert here in this extra man offense opportunity. Have a loose ground ball. That's picked up by Blaine McNabb for the Millers, continuing to move the ball around offensively. And a shot there by Tyler Roberts for the Noblesville Millers. Another one just absolutely blasted in. Gives the Millers that 1-point lead with 1:57 remaining in tonight's fourth and final quarter of varsity action in the Hamilton County Lacrosse Conference. That conference a part of the Indiana High School Lacrosse Association, the state governing body for high school lacrosse in Indiana. And after the faceoff whistle, this ball's controlled by the Eagles, and they'll quickly advance upfield. Looking for that tying goal as the Noblesville Millers set themselves defensively. And a look topside. Oh, and a shot and a pickup there by the Noblesville Millers here. That ball picked up by Aaron Bell. That's going to result in a multiple flag down situation here. Well, Aaron Bell was checked pretty hard from behind. He's okay, but they're going to take care of that penalty. Once again, the referees do a good job of talking over these things and making sure that they report things correctly and get the penalties all settled up, which they're now doing. So, folks, this is also a timeout situation. Again, a great lacrosse game tonight. Great action, a one-point game in the fourth quarter with 1 minute, 22 seconds left. The Noblesville Millers lead the Zionsville Eagles by just one goal. And we're going to also mention Yancey's Fine Apparel, another great sponsor of Hamilton County Television. Yancey's Fine Apparel and Tuxedo Rentals, 317-773-2973. Yancey's Apparel, doing business in Noblesville over 50 years. Now located inside of Logan Street Signs and Banners. You can call Dan Yancey again at 317-773-2973. And Logan Street Signs and Banners is conveniently located on South 10th Street, not on Logan Street as the name implies. And again, folks, great action here by both teams. Both teams showing a lot of athleticism and effort in this game. With 1 minute and 22 remaining, just a 1 point differential here. Both teams talking it over. Coaches laying out their plans for the final minutes of this game. This game will restart with Noblesville Millers in possession of the ball. And in an extra man offense situation on that penalty where number 3 from Noblesville, Aaron Bell, got shoved to the ground pretty hard in a check from behind here as the ball is now live. And Millers go to work here. Strong pressure from Zionsville, as you would imagine. Ball is loose behind the crease. We have a loose ball push, and that ball's going to the Zionsville Eagles. And that ball will restart at the spot of the violation. It's not a penalty situation that would advance it over the midline, so that's going to be a deep restart for the Eagles here. Right at 1 minute remaining. As Zionsville is weaving through the Noblesville defense, looking to clear. They are across the midline. Clock winds down to 50 seconds here. Yeah, strong defensive pressure by the Millers here as the Eagles look to convert here. Goalie Ben Wolleman just did a fantastic job of chasing that shot to the end line, which gave possession to the Millers. With 30 seconds remaining, ball's advanced up over to Mason Bowler, who sends it over across the midline to Braden Carpenter, who's going to quickly get it into the box. 17 seconds remaining. The Millers will likely try and hold this possession out as best they can. They have a timeout now. Again, as expected in a close game like this, at just 9 seconds remaining on the clock at this point. Folks, this may be my final opportunity to go down the complete list of Hamilton County TV sponsors, but I'm going to go through it once again, all these great businesses and organizations that help make these broadcasts and streams possible to be able to see Hamilton County sports. Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, Gaylor Electric, Van Osdale and Farrer, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Jamie Carmesino with Carpenter Realty, visit hamiltoncounty.com, Schwartz's Bait and Tackle, Hamilton County Reporter, Yancey's Tuxedo Rentals, Wofford Theater Outdoor Movies. Again, thank you to those great sponsors who contribute and make these streaming broadcasts possible. I was just speaking with a parent here whose brother lives in Southwest Florida and is able to see his nephew play lacrosse on TV and hear his name mentioned a few times. So certainly this is a great opportunity for family that doesn't live in the area to see their relative student athlete on TV and catch some of these games. So again, thank you to those sponsors and to Hamilton County TV for making this possible. As both teams take the field for the final 9.1 seconds of the game, with the Noblesville Millers leading by 1 goal, Millers 10, Eagles 9. Eagles have the ball with a deep restart. The keeper's going to bring that ball up with a quick pass up into their end of the field. Ball remains loose, no possession. Time runs out. Noblesville Millers win the game. Noblesville Millers with a score of 10, Zionsville Eagles 9. A great effort again by both teams. Great evenly matched teams and well coached. Congratulations to both teams and congratulations to the Noblesville Millers for the win. Folks, thanks for listening and tuning in tonight. You've been watching tonight's broadcast of Indiana High School Lacrosse Association on Hamilton County TV, presented by Logan Streets and Banners, celebrating over 29 years in the business.